A Scottsbluff woman has been sentenced following a Wing Drug Task Force investigation and now heads to Colorado to answer to new charges. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. And our top story, a 40-year-old Scottsbluff woman who was arrested earlier this year following a 2021 Wing Drug Task Force investigation where she sold fentanyl to a CI on consecutive days has been sentenced. In May, Crystal Ariano pled guilty to a pair of Class 2A felony charges of attempted distribution of fentanyl. Earlier this month, District Judge Leo Dobrovony sentenced her to 0 to 1 years in jail on each conviction to be served concurrently and was given credit for 348 days already served. Ariano now faces extradition to Weld County, Colorado, as she faces charges there for identity theft. On Monday in Scottsbluff County Court, she signed a waiver of extradition and agreed to return to Colorado to answer to the charge. Well, an Alliance man caught with more than an ounce of suspected methamphetamine earlier this year was slated to be back in court this week. 40-year-old Donald Lafferty is facing a Class 1C felony charge of possession of meth 28 to 139 grams following a traffic stop that was initiated for no license plates. In addition to the drug distribution charge that carries a mandatory minimum of 5 years if convicted, prosecutors are also seeking the habitual criminal enhancement. Lafferty has pled not guilty to the charges. We'll have more news right after this.
Whether you're gardening, searching for the perfect vacation home, or planning your next travel destination, your life is just as unique. Your Raymond James financial advisors, Jody Rosiska and Kevin Figg, get to know you, your passions, and your vision for the future, so you can live your life. That's life well planned.
Santa came early. Renewal by Anderson's incredible Christmas in July event is so great, even Santa's shocked at the savings. Get 20% off plus no money down, no interest, and no payments for 18 months. That means no payments till 2027. Renewals acclaim and ensemble lines are the best of the best. Santa's not waiting till December to get new windows and doors. Neither should you. Call today or visit rbawyoming.com to book your free estimate.
Welcome back. Morrill County authorities are crediting passenger vehicle safety features in minimizing injuries from a two-vehicle crash north of Bridgeport yesterday morning. First responders were called to a collision involving a semi-truck with a trailer and an SUV on Highway 385. The investigation found that the semi was attempting to turn onto a county road when the SUV failed to yield, striking the semi in the rear. The semi-driver was uninjured, while the driver and passenger of the SUV sustained minor injuries and were transported to the hospital. Officials say the deployment of multiple airbags and the proper use of seatbelts minimized injuries. Well, during the month of June, 18 people were killed in traffic crashes on Nebraska roadways, according to data collected by the Nebraska Department of Transportation. 8 of the 15 vehicle occupants killed were not using seatbelts, and 7 were using a restraint. To date, 100 people have lost their lives on Nebraska roadways in 2025 across 91 fatal crashes. Now that is 22 fewer than a year ago and 10 less than the prior 4-year average. And Nebraska Task Force 1, the state's urban search and rescue team, has returned after spending the last 2 weeks helping aid flood recovery efforts in Texas. Governor Jim Pillen said, as Nebraskans always do, Nebraska Task Force stepped up to help our neighbors in need. He said, "We can't thank these heroes enough," and the governor went on to say, "Our hearts continue to break as we think about the families and communities that have forever been changed." The state of Nebraska stands with our sister state, Texas, and will continue to coordinate with Governor Greg Abbott and do what we can help Texans.
When it comes to your health, you deserve the very best. At Morrill County Community Hospital, they provide top-notch care with compassion and expertise. From routine checkups to advanced surgeries, their dedicated team is here for you 24/7. With state-of-the-art technology and a patient-first approach, they ensure you and your loved ones receive the highest quality care. Because at Morrill County Community Hospital, Your health is their priority. Visit Morrill County Community Hospital today in Bridgeport. Morrill County Community Hospital. Exceptional care right here at home.
Of course, we got some baseball plus a little football for today, because why not? The Huskers are set to get back to it, but let's start with local baseball to get things going. The Western Nebraska Pioneers, they returned to the game field last night at home, hosting the NoCo Prospectors. They'd get the scoring started in the early innings with a couple of long balls. Bryce Peterson, a solo shot in the third inning to put the Pioneers up 1-0. And then 1 inning later, it was Ashton Pinedo launching his first home run of the season. On the mound, a dominant effort from starter Rocco Harmon. He struck out the side in the first inning, and on the night he went the distance, tossing 7 innings. He struck out 10 along the way and allowed just 4 hits. The Pioneers will go for the mini 2-game sweep tonight as they host the Prospectors again starting at 6:35. We'll have it on KNEB at 6:20. That'll start with the pregame show again, first pitch at 6:35. Legion baseball coming up this weekend. It's time for the B7 area tournament. That'll be at Bauer Shanklin Field in Alliance, a 5-team bracket. Everything gets underway tomorrow. Still tentative start times. Nothing finalized as of right now as far as the game times for tomorrow. You'll have Imperial playing Ogallala. That one tentatively looking like 4:30. And then the late game tomorrow night, Gehring Platte Valley Companies taking on Chadron. If that's correct, it'll be at 7 o'clock for tomorrow night. Alliance, the top seed, they get a day 1 bye. The B7 area tournament runs tomorrow through next Tuesday. And we'll have all the Gehring games for you with Jeff Kelly on KMOR 93.3. Now to that football, the start of fall camp for the Huskers right around the corner. The 3-day Big Ten football media days in Las Vegas wrapping up today. Now the Huskers were featured as one of the 6 teams on day 1 on Tuesday, with Matt Rule at the podium, hoping this is the year his team takes the next step.
What people always ask me about year 3, finally the team grows up and they're like, well, I got to go make the play, and I got to go pick the ball off, and I got to go block the punt. And, none of those special teams errors were coached that way. And so we take ownership of it, don't get me wrong, but, it's a much different feeling when you walk in with a bunch of guys that now they know they're good. And some of them, they're the same players. They're just good because they're a year into the system. And that 250-pound guy is now 280-pound guys, a 280-pound guy. So I'm an incrementalist. I believe in just getting a little bit better every year. I got great news. Nothing that happened last year carries over into this year, and that's a good thing, right? The Iowa loss at the end of the year was really, really probably painful, but sometimes it's the pain you need. It's the pain that spurs you forward in the offseason when, guys get a little bit complacent, and there's no complacency at the University of Nebraska right now. Our guys all understand that we've got good enough players. Well, we have an excellent roster. We're fast, we're explosive, we've got veterans where we need to, we're good on the lines, we've got great coaches. But we're going to have to go perform. And that performance comes from guys owning it and not listening to anything else, not listening to the guy in the locker room complaining, shutting all that up and saying, hey, Husker football, it's about performance. It's about us going out there and getting it done. And so
camp opening next week, the season opener for Nebraska now just 5 weeks away. They'll play Cincinnati at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City on a Thursday night. That is the latest here today from the Sports Desk. I'm Chris Cottrell.
I imagined retirement in a place where we could enjoy our golden years, where adventure and friendship are the only items on the schedule. The Garden Homes at Northfield gives us the luxury we planned for and peace of mind when it comes to convenience, safety, and comfort. We never have to stop and think about the day-to-day upkeep. We love to explore abroad, but most importantly in our backyard. So much to do, so much to see. Here at Northfield, we get the protection of life care. incredible tax benefits, and secured rates for aging services. It's peaceful, knowing that if our needs change, we'll be taken care of. And most importantly, that our kids will never have to make any tough decisions. There never seemed to be enough time to do all the things we wanted. Now we get to focus our energy on enjoying what this community has to offer. At the Garden Homes, life is ours again. A place we had dreamed about. A chance to focus on us.
Pet waste and water don't mix. Animal waste decomposes in water, releasing nutrients, which deplete the oxygen fish and other life need to survive and encourage harmful algae growth. Animal waste also has disease-carrying bacteria, making contaminated water unusable. It's easy to prevent pet waste pollution. Simply pick up your pet's waste and dispose of it in a trash can, and avoid letting your pets defecate within 200 feet of our community's waterways. Tri-City Stormwater reminds you it's our water, our responsibility.
Let's take a look at your community calendar, brought to you by Riverstone Bank.
All the ways that I have felt, being lonely in my bed, all the messages I sent, but they always go unread. Saw a vision in my daydreams, in a plane that is empty, in the place that is between. Such a beautiful city, the world looks very pretty, with the sun on the windows, all the noises of the city, make me feel less alone.
The community calendar is brought to you by Riverstone Bank. We're local and we love our community.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want to help you take advantage of every adventure. We know you have plans, goals, and dreams. Let us help you with them. Whether it is building, buying, or renovating, we have the home loan or home equity line of credit to fit your needs. Stop in and see us at Platte Valley Bank and let us help make your dreams a reality. You belong here. Platte Valley Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And finally tonight, a Scottsbluff woman addressed the city council this week in the wake of multiple instances of her neighbor's dog escaping and attacking her much tinier dogs. Pam Weimer used the public comment period to recount how her neighbor's Rottweilers have attacked, injured, and traumatized her dogs.
We feel that these dogs pose a severe threat to the Scottsbluff community. Living on 2nd Avenue, we are in immediate access to Scottsbluff Middle School and the stadium, 2 preschools, 3 parks, and we see many, many families walking their dogs every single day. We would like you to consider the city ordinances as they are presently written. These do not adequately provide for safety measures.
Mayor Betsy Vidlac asked City Manager Kevin Spencer to conduct a review of Scottsbluff's dog at-large ordinances so they can fine-tune language and penalties at a future council meeting. Well, that is it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there. We'll see you here next time.